Are you craving sweets lately? Well, since we live in a body, we have a soul, and we are a spirit, it's important to feed all three parts. This month's theme for feeding body, soul, and spirit is community and clarity. It's interesting that we might all actually be craving this as well as sweet things. Community, the word actually breaks down with which means with, and unity. We see that it's so important that we have world unity and unity within our communities and unity and clarity within ourselves, so that the themes of family, love, and home this month bring on a little bit more meaning as we're seeking to have clarity around what it means to re-enter community, what it means to have community, and how important it is to our body, soul, and spirit to be in community. So this month, for the body, I want to emphasize that nature is equal to medicine for our body. I just spent 2 weeks in Costa Rica, and it was all nature, pure water, pure food, pure air. And I came back, my whole body, soul, and spirit just feeling like I had a really good dose of medicine. So for the next 6 months, really try to see how you can establish routines of getting that fix of nature, that fix of medicine for your body, whether it's taking daily walks in the forest, at a park, at a beach, or increasing your plants and your fruits, which are medicine from the earth for your body. So try to establish a routine that you can do for the next 6 months as a way to feed your body more nature, more medicine. In the soul, now our soul includes our mind, our emotions, and our will, our free will. In the soul, in our mind, this month's theme is to try to decrease your toxins coming into your mind. And we have a lot of toxins right now that maybe you even feel like you've had this toxic load from this last year. The amount of electromagnetic waves coming from our television, our telephone, the 5G network, that's a big difference. A lot of this electromagnetic waves can be like a toxin to our brain. Plus maybe too much drinking or drugs or toxin. We have plastics in our food supply and pesticides, so we want to make sure to be kind of picky about the things that we're eating so we don't get a toxic load in our mind where we can't become clear. So as we decrease the toxins in our minds, we can get more clarity. And if you're having a difficulty decreasing some toxins in your mind or in your soul, maybe seek a community that is like-minded, that's a recovery community, like people are all trying to quit or decrease the amount of alcohol or the drugs, or there's communities that help clean the ocean, and communities that are about yogic living, or a lot of different communities you can join if you're having a difficult time with the amount of toxin. Even joining a community like a biking group so that you're not on your phone so much, or watching television. So anyway, the theme for this month with the mind is decrease your toxins so that you can have more clarity around these areas of community, family, love, and home. In our emotions, in our soul, what I'm recommending is to, as you decrease the toxins, you may have more clarity and you can see some emotions or old patterns that need to go. They're no longer helpful. So in our emotions, in this area, seek the clarity of which patterns, which beliefs, which emotions are just old now. They just aren't helpful and they just need to be let go of. Perhaps your community has been pointing out some things like, hey, you need to let this go. And we need to listen to that and listen to your own soul. What needs to be let go so that I can have, again, more clarity and I can have more light. I can feel better. So releasing old emotions is like medicine to your soul. And in the will, are you craving sweets? What I've noticed, I'm a registered dietitian, and a lot of people have said to me this month, I just am craving sweets. I'm craving sweets all the time. And my take on this is, if you can identify when you're craving the sweets and try to see in which areas of your life you can bring more sweetness in, something that would feel sweet to you. Do you need to forgive somebody? Do you need to ask for forgiveness? Would that bring a sweet unity of a new relationship back in order? Or do you need to get out in nature more? Would that increase would your life become sweeter so that you're not in your life struggling with, I just don't have this sweet life. I wish I had a sweeter life. And so we tend to start craving sweet things. Sugar, especially anything with sugar or carbohydrates, the sugary carbohydrates, and those are kind of just a band-aid for a deeper calling from your soul, from your desires, that you want more sweetness in your life. So how can you, instead of eating the sugar, not that you can't have some sugar, but is it replacing something that you could bring into your life that would actually make your overall life, in your family, in your love, the way you're at home, just feel a lot sweeter to you? Now, in the spirit, remember our spirit is our higher self. The soul is kind of our lower self. We want to just kind of manage the soul. But our spirit, this is where we can find this clarity that we're looking for, is when we turn to the spirit and we can listen to that still small voice in the spirit. And it's a higher self. It's always trying to bring us to better places, to higher ways of being. And as we do this work in our soul, we release the toxins in our mind, we release old emotions and behaviors, and we replace our cravings for sugar with cravings for how can we make our life sweeter. Our spirit gets to also be released because we're clearing out our heart, this old stuff that's in our heart. We're clearing it out, and we're working on clearing it out, and then our spirit, our higher self, gets to also be released in your heart, and it gets to shine. And that is really what we all want to experience, is a shining of our higher self and being able to live a sweet life and live in unity, in community with others, and have clarity and have our family life and our love life and our home life just feels sweet to us. So anyway, I hope that this was helpful. I'm Tonyah Dee, registered dietitian and founder of Y'all Light, a movement to ignite the light within. So I hope you have a great month. I'm so glad that you're part of my community. Have a great month. Thanks so much. Go in grace and with grace.